Ladies and gentlemen, poorly aged rap lyrics has returned. There is way too much going on in hip hop right now that opened up a whole new world of possibilities to talk about in this series. Who knew 2024 would be so eventful? I should say it's not all Drake and Kendrick lyrics in this video, by the way. It's just a lot of them. Shout out to everyone in my Discord who helped me get some extra entries for this video. If you want to join, it's discord.gg/CDTV. And with that being said, buckle up and enjoy the ride as we re-enter the world of poorly aged rap lyrics.
Like a father to be, love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league.
Man, Cole was just trying to be nice with this one. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? My phone sort of slipped onto the play button on my laptop and it just started playing the last thing I had open on Spotify, which was The Box, apparently. He said this so politely, and then it acted as one of the catalysts for Drake and Kendrick just going at each other's necks. A beef that has involved death threats, pedophile accusations, and wife-beating accusations. I'm pretty sure that's not what J. Cole wanted with this bar. It's funny because when Cole actually jumped into the beef with 7 Minute Drill, I think you could tell by listening to it that he thought it was gonna be some fun, competitive, test of the pen style rap beef where it's just all the rappers trying to see who can rap better, but it doesn't really get super serious. But with the power of hindsight, we can say that he absolutely made the right choice pulling out of this one, considering it got way more ugly than a lot of us were probably expecting it to. It's just wild going back to this song and hearing these lines, knowing now that they would go on to ignite one of the most talked about rap beefs yet. One that will be remembered for a long time.
Rick reading my Miranda rights. I'm going on vacation, I hope next time y'all plan it right. This shit gotta be over by now for anyone out here that's calling it right. You did.
Drake did not go on vacation. I really feel like he was not prepared for Kendrick to drop something as impactful as Meet the Grahams less than an hour after Drake dropped what I think he thought was gonna be his nuclear diss against Kendrick. It had a music video, it was 7.5 minutes long, like he really put some effort into this one. He often brings up this idea of the red button, which if he pushed it would basically end the beef right then and there, and I think he truly thought Family Matters was going to be that song. It is one of the best sounding Drake songs in a long time, but Kendrick instantly nullified a lot of its impact by dropping one of the most outrageous diss tracks of all time as a rapid response. And then dropped a West Coast bop within a day of that had people dancing to lines about Drake liking young girls and being a colonizer of rap culture. And that one went #1 in the US. Drake confidently declares himself as the winner on this one, but that doesn't seem to be the way that the general consensus is with how hard Kendrick has went for his neck. The fact that Drake even sounds a little bit less confident on his most recent diss track in the beef, The Heart Part 6, reinforces my belief that he really wasn't ready for Kendrick to hit him with a neutralizing blow so fast and ensure that his red button missile strike went flying directly into the ocean between them. Loads of lyrics have aged hilariously or poorly due to this situation, to be honest. Almost like they could be covered in some kind of speed round format.
It's just OVO and XO and free bands are committed.
How much things can change from one decade to the next. I think it's safe to say after the disses between Drake and The Weeknd and Future that there's not gonna be much of an OVO and XO free bands bond anymore.
I might declare it a holiday as soon as Baka get back on the road.
This aged particularly badly when Kendrick name-dropped Baka Not Nice on Not Like Us to reference Drake keeping let's say, questionable individuals in his circle. Baka indeed has a peculiar case. Why is he hovering in the vicinity of your circle, Mr. Aubrey? In 2014, Baka was charged with sex trafficking and convicted of a lesser assault charge against a 22-year-old woman. Drake then triumphantly declared on Know Yourself that he would celebrate as soon as Baka gets back out on the road and is free once again. And Baka is now signed to OVO. I'm not surprised Kendrick saw it as an opportunity for a quick diss line right there.
I'm hyper Diddy on my net shit.
Most references to Diddy have aged badly considering his current circumstances, but there's just something about Drake saying it and then looking at it during this Kendrick beef where Kendrick has basically accused Drake of being up to similar crimes that Diddy is accused of that makes this one pretty awkward to hear now.
I'ma shoot by myself like a technical foul.
Very effortless.
Yeah, maybe someone else should take the shot for you, baby.
Let's say you drop in the wind. Ronaldo, he about to win. Look down curse, but in his first man, fuck the world.
At the time, Wayne wasn't lying. Outside of this song, he actually didn't curse at all because his parents would only let him rap if he kept it clean. Nowadays,
Oh shit, motherfucker, goddamn. Pussy money, we codeine. She say my dick feel like morphine. Gotta feed me pussy, 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 pussy.
ranking at number 1 in a lot of studies that have tried to find the most profane artists. Saying he didn't curse was true at the time. Absolutely hilarious now. That's probably the earliest in one of these videos that I've done a speed round, so let's take a look at 3 more lyrics that I can dive a little bit deeper into for the rest of this one.
Like birds, bitch, not me. Play that shit around me, I'ma put your ass to sleep. You fucking creep.
Yeah, it looks like Peggy didn't stick to his word on this one. He absolutely hates people that listen to Burzum so much that he was pictured next to Kanye West while he was wearing one of their shirts. Of all the shirts that Kanye could be wearing in this picture, he just so happens to be wearing one that directly correlates to and contradicts one of JPEGMAFIA's earlier lyrics. It's kind of hilarious, honestly. Not only that, but the reason why Peggy was with Kanye was to do some work on his Vultures 1 album. An album that at the time had a cover that was inspired by Burzum's Philosophem album. Peggy even said later in this same verse that he wishes Varg, the man behind Burzum, who is known to have what would be considered to be neo-Nazi beliefs, would come around him so that he can beat the shit out of him, essentially. It's just ironic to take such a strong stance on that and then have this picture exist while working on an album where the cover was inspired by one of Burzum's albums. I know Kanye is basically one of JPEGMAFIA's biggest inspirations, but it's just such an ironic time to be working with them. While we're on the subject of Kanye,
Tell me see life better. Nigga, we having the best divorce ever.
you know who says they're having the best divorce ever? People who are coping very badly with divorce. Now obviously, I don't know Kanye personally, but everything involving him from the past few years definitely does not scream the best years of my life. Whether it's his comments about Hitler that has shifted a lot of people's perception about him being dropped from massive brand deals, the general consensus that the quality of his music is declining, the fact that he tried to jump into the Drake-Kendrick Lamar beef and basically no one has acknowledged it since, is just one bad look after the other. His image in the public eye, at least, has plummeted post-divorce. Make no mistake, Kanye has had some concerning and controversial times before his divorce from Kim Kardashian, but a lot of things really seem to have started snowballing downwards following it.
If I was you, I would be a little more cautious. I'm way too high for you to look at. The future ain't looking promising for these wickets. Body blow, uppercut, I do more than bruise ya. Keep fucking with me, you ain't gonna have no future.
No Future was B.o.B's diss track aimed at the collective Odd Future, promising that they would fall off the edge of the earth into irrelevancy if they kept messing with Mr. Flat Earth Bobby. Now, fair enough, the group does not exist as a group anymore, but we can still see if B.o.B's claim of them having no future applies to a good chunk of its members. Number 1. Tyler, the Creator. I don't think I have to say much more. He's Tyler, the Creator. Extremely successful. Number 2, Frank Ocean. He's Frank Ocean. 3, Earl Sweatshirt. Definitely more so on the side of mysterious music, but still very successful in his lane and widely respected for his music. 4, Jasper. He's had some solid success as a personality in TV and film, being a new part of the crew in Jackass Forever, amongst other roles. 5, Travis Taco Bennett, who has had acting success as well, most notably in Lil Dicky's show Dave. 6, Domo Genesis. He is still dropping music pretty consistently to this day, while maintaining above 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. 7 and 8, Sid and Matt Martians, who have found a lot of success with the band The Internet, with their 2 most recent albums charting well and receiving great reviews overall. Like, that's not every member, but the lasting success and influence of Odd Future is significant enough, in my opinion, to say that Odd Future certainly did have a future. The funniest thing is, this B.o.B No Future diss track is mainly aimed at Tyler, the Creator. Arguably the most successful one from the group. But I think it's fun to see how well it applies to the rest of the pretty successful collective as well. And so, that brings us to the end of the return episode of Poorly Aged Rap Lyrics. Got any more suggestions that I haven't mentioned here? Please drop them down in the comments below, so I don't have to end this series again. Or you could drop your suggestions at discord.gg/CDTV. There's a little section in there where you can put video suggestions, so definitely join up. If you want to go back to the kind of, but now not really finale of this series, you can click on the screen right there, and much love to my channel members and Patreon supporters over there, with a special shout out to I Am Regent, KWG13270, Lucas1123, Neo Striker, and Worms.